Hello, it is Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It is a Wednesday crossword, so we have a midweek, mid-difficulty themed puzzle for you, and it is a debut construction at that. So this debut-themed midweek, mid-difficulty edition of the Daily Solve is brought to us by Victoria Rojishka, Kathleen Quinn, Quotidiophile, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the incredible Horan family. So thank you so much to the 5 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They do, of course, sustain this channel and bring us this series. I'm very grateful to them for that. So thank you to them. Thank you to you if you're a patron. Thank you to everybody who is. And if you'd like to become one yourself, you can head over to patreon.com/Daily Solve or click the link in the description field underneath the video. There, of course, you can find the bonus videos available to patrons, as well as the Let's Check the Crosses official mug for benefactors. Yes, and of course, you can also subscribe to the Daily Solve Discord chat server. Well, you can join it. There's a link in the description field underneath the video. And finally, please do subscribe to the channel on YouTube as well. That's a really big help, and I appreciate everyone who's done that. All right, so now let's get on to the crossword. This is, as I said, a debut by Scott Koenig, so welcome to him. It was edited, of course, as always, by Will Shorts, and it is a midweek themed crossword. So let's start solving and see how we do with this one. To playfully tap on the nose. Could be boop. You can boop somebody on the nose. Let's see. Error of many David Attenborough documentaries. This looks like the BBC, which does indeed air many David Attenborough nature documentaries. So this is probably boop then. So what about this? On vacation in work calendar shorthand. OOF for out of office. I think that'll be it. Although this looks a bit surprising. Like helium and carbon dioxide. I'm not sure. Okay. Maybe I have something wrong here. Let's keep going and see if this is thematic. We can see that it's part of the theme. So there could be something going on that I don't recognize, or just a scientific term that I don't know. So a hooter, in 3 letters starting with an O, is probably an owl, which makes a hooting sound. And they're up to no good. Not sure. What about this? Throw a ball for a strike, say. So those are, you could be bowling and you could throw the ball and then, obtain a strike, meaning you knock down all the pins. And so that would make sense. They're up to no good, right? So what is this? They're up to no good. Don't know why I can't think of what that is, but I don't seem to be able to. So let's move on. Hindu Mister. Hindu Mister. Do I know this? I don't know. I'm not sure if I do. Number 2 of 6 for Henry VIII. So this would be, this is referring to the second of Henry VIII's wives. That would be Anne Boleyn. So, is this how it's spelled? I believe so. Let's see if I can solve any of these. International Price Setting Group. OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. So what is going on here? Like helium and carbon dioxide. Oh, I'm just not sure what's going on still. Okay, what about imitated? Aped somebody, imitated them? Spanish smooch. Oh, beso for kiss. Is this Hindu Mister? Is this Baba? Babu? Bay Area School, UC SB, University of California, Santa Barbara, maybe? This is referring to the San Francisco Bay Area. It's not my alma mater, UC Berkeley, which would not fit in this answer, which is in the Bay Area, but could be, or UCSC, UC Santa Cruz. That might be, that's probably, yeah, that makes more sense than Santa Barbara. So geographically, sorry about that. So let's see. Sealed with a knot. Oh, no, it's none of those. Right, okay, because, you wouldn't necessarily call any of those the Bay Area. It's UC San Francisco, which is a University of California school that I rarely remember because I don't think it has an undergraduate college. I think it's just a postgraduate university. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. Anyway, for some reason, I often don't remember UCSF. Okay. Sealed with a knot, tied off. There we go. Kid, to kid somebody, to rib them, to sort of joke around at their expense a bit. What am I missing here? Like helium and carbon dioxide. Sorry, there must be something obvious I'm missing about this. This also might not be rib. I don't know. Was known as. Went by. You went by a given name, a particular name. You were known as that. So this is rib then. So they're up to no good. Oh, plotters. Oh, colorless. On vacation. Oh, sorry. Why did I say F there? Out of office. Sorry. What on earth was I thinking? Out of office is O. You must have been wondering what on earth I was thinking. Sorry. I'm sure many of you were yelling at me through the screen. I have no idea what that was about. Sorry. The words I said aloud would certainly be abbreviated this way. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So colorless, helium and carbon dioxide. I think because this was part of the theme, I just figured, oh, well, it makes sense that it wouldn't make sense. Right. Sorry. Chimney vents, chimney flues. Instrument that Hermes made from a tortoise shell and reeds in myth. A lute, I would think. Oh, no, a lyre. I think probably a lyre. What's this? Ache. Yeah, it is a lyre. Okay. Because an ache for something could be a yen for it. It is a desire for it, a yearn. I haven't the foggiest, no clue. Nash, who called the rhinoceros Propocerus. That would be Ogden Nash, the poet, the composer of sort of short comic verse. Plains people could be I'm not seeing this. My first thought was Cree, but I don't know if that. I don't think that usually would be written Crees. So I'm not sure. What about this? Indication of correctness in Wordle. Right. So in Wordle, which I solve every day in usually a YouTube Shorts video, your letters are marked with various colors, and the correct ones are green. The ones in the correct position are green. So vaulted is leapt, jumped. You might entertain them. You might entertain ideas. Maybe this is Crees. Okay, that's not what I expected, but it could be. Oh, right, and here's our revealer. Following 1737, 40, and 43 across, end of a properly formed yet 11 down sentence by 25 down, demonstrating the distinction between syntax and semantics. Wow. Wow. What on earth is going on here? I don't know. Okay, so that's not exactly true. I lied. End of a properly formed yet 11 down sentence. I'm curious about 11 down now. Here we have second social media account for posting private jokes and such informally. I don't think I know this. I don't think I'm going to know this phrase. It'll probably make sense when I see it, but I don't think it'll be one that I'm already aware of. It looks like it's playing on Instagram in some way, so it probably ends with an A. Unrehearsed lines, ad-libs, improvisations. Big batteries could be D cells, those big cylindrical ones. Big boss informally. The CEO? Could be. Golf ball features. Dimples, right? A golf ball is famously dimpled for aerodynamic reasons. And doom scrolling, e.g. So this is when you sort of just kind of get glued to social media and just despair. I'm not sure. West Coast hub for United. So SFO, San Francisco International Airport, is indeed a West Coast hub for United Airlines. So here we have sleep. I mean, I thought it was going to be sleep just based on the fill, but I don't quite understand why. Colorless sleep, green sleep, ideas sleep. I must be misunderstanding this clue. Oh yeah, I sorry, I don't quite get it. I'm missing lots of things today. Plains people, Oto. Okay, there we go. So we had plains. Yeah, they were identically clued. Plainspeople, Krees, and Oto. All right. So Blank from the Crypt, HBO horror anthology. Right. Okay. I've never actually seen this, but certainly heard of Tales from the Crypt. A well-known stone. Emma Stone, probably in 4 letters. Certainly well-known actor. Mid-flight stats. ETAs, estimated times of arrival. And butte, but bigger. So geographical features. A mesa, I suppose, would be similar to a butte, but bigger. Alternating current pioneer. Yes, I think Nikola Tesla famously pioneered alternating current electricity. And a ruckus could be an ado, a whole ruckus noise, a big ado. If you beseeched, you asked somebody for something. And parental authority would be say so. Listen to me, it's my say so. Okay, so here we have the so-called so named, I'm not sure how I'm reading that, so named father of modern linguistics, Noam Chomsky. Okay, so that unfortunately doesn't really help me unless I happen to know this quotation, but if I do, I'll only recognize it in retrospect, probably. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that gave me anything towards the theme, I should say. Sunburn soother, right? Okay, it's the natural. I keep saying the word natural. What am I doing? It's the official medicinal plant of the New York Times crossword, aloe, which we haven't seen in a little while, I don't think. So there we go. Welcome back to aloe. Past one's prime with up. You could be washed up, maybe, if you're past your prime. You could be said to be washed up. To get into it is to spar, maybe, to get into a bit of an argument or maybe even a physical scuffle. Steamed hams is a classic Simpsons sketch indeed that has gained new life on the internet in recent years. Westernmost city in Texas must be El Paso. There we go. Okay, I wouldn't have known that off the top of my head, but it fits and I recognize the name. Cancel on a keyboard, escape sometimes, that is true. It's better than how it's usually clued in the crossword, where it says something like emergency key or something, which I just don't really think applies to anything in the modern software era. Oh, and here's a nice cross to, well, not a cross, sorry, it's parallel to steamed hams. We have a classic Simpsons sound of dough, which Homer Simpson, of course, frequently cries. Okay, so here we have, oh, sorry, I was reading. I am just off my game today. I just can't seem to read. So, or look in the right place. Sorry, when I read sleep, I was reading the revealer. That's not what that is. This is simply 43 across, which says recharge, so to speak. Once again, I have done myself in here by not reading the clue from up above, which will never be the incorrect clue. Whereas I tend to read it in the column down here. And I often try and remind myself not to do that, but it's so ingrained, I just can't seem to stop. Okay, so this is the revealer. Following 1737, 40, and 43 across, end of a properly formed yet 11 down sentence by Noam Chomsky, demonstrating the distinction between syntax and semantics. Okay, so it's something that comes after colorless green, ideas, or sleep. Well, let's look at this. Meaningless. Not sure. Step after lather, maybe referring to shampoo or something, you could rinse it. Fake is a fraud, a fake, I can't think. D&D or WoW, e.g. So this is Dungeons and Dragons or World of Warcraft. Either one of those is an RPG, a role-playing game. One a paper and pencil and one a computer game. Fake, I don't know why I can't think of very many synonyms for fake at the moment that fit in 5 letters, but yeah, I can't seem to at this instant. Object of wishful thinking. Object of wishful thinking. A golem? Is that what? Or a genie? No, a genie. That's much better because a genie will grant your wishes. Okay, there we go. This is how rumors get started. I hear, right, okay. It's literally the start of a rumor. I hear that this person kept making mistakes in the crossword. Not much of a rumor, it's happening. Meaningless. No, none. Fake, phony, of course, there we go. What colon might represent in a text. Oh, it could represent eyes in an emoticon, a little smiley face, which you rarely see anymore because emojis have become so common. Quick cut, a snip, and symbols of Egyptian royalty could be asps. I think that was clued similarly in the crossword recently. So, meaningless is nonsensical there, of course. Okay. So what did this say again? We can now read it fully. Following colorless green ideas and sleep, end of a properly formed yet nonsensical sentence by Noam Chomsky demonstrating the distinction between syntax and semantics. I see, okay. So it'll be something that deals with constructing a sentence out of words that are synonyms for sort of the concepts being expressed, but it makes no actual sense in the context given, I think. So, colorless green ideas, sleep. I just can't quite see through this well enough to guess what I think it's actually trying to say. On the off chance that happens, if so, chew on, to muse on something? No, that would be, yeah, you can just say, I will muse it. To mull, to chew on it, mull, but you'd still say mull over or mull on. You wouldn't just say mull, to chew on. To, okay, I can't think. Nudge, to push or to prod, sounds better to me. What about this? One guilty of disorderly conduct. So a slob is simply someone disorderly in this context, someone who's a bit messy. Parents to kids could be the olds, I guess, yeah. Chew on, I guess it is mull. Chew on that, mull that, mull that over. I guess I can sort of see it. Doom scrolling, e.g., right, we saw that, wasn't sure. Let's look at these shorter crosses. Secrecy enforcing contract for short, an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. There we go, which are not enforceable in all jurisdictions. Let it all out in a way. To sob, to weep, to cry. Eponym of a popular vodka brand. Is it Tito's vodka? I think there's a brand of vodka called Tito's. You've got my attention. Do tell, this rumor that was referenced earlier. Dwellings could be abodes, places you live. If you did someone in, maybe you murdered them, you iced them in slang. And like father, like son, like father, like son. I don't quite see what that is. So doom scrolling, e.g., is a time sink. Oh, wait. Yes, okay, sorry, I didn't read this properly. Golf ball features dimples. I'm not sure why I put dimpled, but dimples, there we go. So doom scrolling is an example of a time sink. There we go. Although this looks a bit strange, doesn't it? What about this? Smoothie seed. Oh, right, maybe this isn't time sink. Because smoothie seed, chia seed, presumably. Oh, time suck. There we go. This looks better. This looks more like furious or something. Fury. I don't know. She Drives Me Crazy, 1989 #1 hit. Teeny Weeny is something. Talk, talk, talk is gab or yak, maybe. Edible seaweed could be kelp. And, lil, contraction of little. Oh, so furiously would be the word here. And then talk, talk, talk is yap. So, there we go. That was the crossword. Not my smoothest solve, but we got there in the end. So let's see if we can figure this out. Colorless green ideas sleep furiously. I suppose. Is there something that, is this simply demonstrating that this sentence makes no sense, even though sort of syntactically it's a valid English language construction? I can't tell. I can't tell. The thing I'm wondering is this sort of, is this a sentence that is constructed by substituting these words for sort of synonyms that would make more semantic sense in that context, sort of clear, jealous thoughts, rest in anger or something. That obviously doesn't make any sense either, but I'm wondering if there is some equivalent of that that does make sense, or if that's not the point. I might actually, sorry, I might pause the video for a moment, try and figure that out and come back, because I don't want to leave this video having misunderstood something important about this. Okay, so I did search very briefly, just for a moment, just about the origin of this sentence, and it is indeed intended as something that is purely nonsensical, despite being grammatically and syntactically valid. So it was coined by Noam Chomsky, who was then 25 years old in 1957, to, and I'm reading here from a site called Wikidoc, to show inadequacy of then popular probabilistic models of grammar and the need for more structured models. So there we have it, a nice nod to a sort of academic illustration of a linguistic concept here, with colorless green ideas sleep furiously, a nonsensical sentence penned by Noam Chomsky in 1957. So a very funny and I think appropriately seemingly nonsensical theme. I mean, you really do base, unless you happen to know the sentence, and I'm sure some people solving this did, you really do just have to make your way through the grid and then eventually come to the end of the theme. But until that point, it is indeed nonsensical. So there we go. A nice midweek puzzle by Scott Koenig in his New York Times crossword debut. Well done to him. And a nice little thing to have learned. Nice, something to have become aware of anyway. So there we go. That was the Wednesday crossword. I'll be back tomorrow for the themed Thursday crossword, which may have a particularly intricate or interesting theme. I do always look forward to that. So do join me then. But until that point, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Take care.